After these messages.
No, man, I got some Butterfingers this morning. I'm over here clicking on Charles's. After these messages, we'll be right back. Dang,
I love that.
man, I thought I had it together right here at the last little bit, but I did
You got
not.
it together, buddy. You got it together. Must have been our late evening, man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That was
Marathon.
fun.
I feel like I was selling a dragon last night.
That was a good time.
Man, I want to say a very special thanks to Curtis and crew for having us on last night until the wee hours of the morning. No, it was good. It was really good. It was good just to like sit down. My wife asked me, she says, "What in the world do you possibly have to talk about
Oh,
for 4 hours?" And I'm like, "Babe, it's friends getting coffee.
yeah.
We're just
We could keep on talking.
I know. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you. Seriously, honestly, no BS, no ass kissing. Thank you for having us on. That was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it.
That was fun. That was a blast for sure.
Blake,
We're
good
talking
morning,
about
almost
off-road.
afternoon for you Midwest to East Coasters. That's right.
If anyone doesn't know, we're talking about Curtis's show Off World. Let's go Off World. That's on Friday nights starting at 9 p.m.
And ending Sunday or Saturday.
Right. It's still going.
It's still going. So legend has it, Curtis Ackerman is still streaming somewhere. Good morning, Brian. That's right, LFG. That's right, Curtis. Thanks for staying up late with us. Absolutely wouldn't miss it, buddy. Thank you so very
Anytime.
much for having us.
Anytime.
Buddy, how are you doing today? How are you doing this week?
I'm good, man. We got a beautiful day outside. I was gifted an early Father's Day present, or Dog Father's Day. I got a Blackstone grill. So I'm going to finish building that. I was putting together this morning, and it's a big outdoor one. So I'm putting that together. Brian is going to show me how to season it today. So
Yeah.
I got some burgers. I got some dogs. I got some brats, chicken. I'm going to be slinging it today.
Dude, I cannot believe that I boom enabled Brian for that Blackstone because that's what my mom and I got my wife for her birthday. She's been wanting one, a big outdoor grill. No, we didn't get a Blackstone. It was a one from like Costco. It wasn't Blackstone. And good morning, Trevor. Good morning. That reminds me, smash that like button, everybody. But it's what we got my wife for her birthday back in February. And dude, set aside about 3 hours to put that joker together.
I was trying to this morning, and I'm like, shit, I got to go upstairs and get ready for the show.
Oh, you're not doing it before the show, bro.
I was trying, but man, and by yourself, it's tough, dude.
Oh yeah, especially when you have to lift
like
that
80
grill.
pounds.
I had to go get my wife. I was like, I know your back's out, but there's literally nobody else here to help me. Like,
right.
You've got to help me lift this thing up. I mean, she knew about it. She saw the box, so it wasn't like a. But yeah, Blake wants to know when you should head over.
Come on over, buddy.
You start driving now.
Yeah, start driving now. I'll save you a plate.
But yeah, it took about 3 hours, and we got it up, and then I took a picture and I sent it to you guys, and you remember in our chat, and then Brian was like, "Man, I really need to replace our grill. I think I'll go tomorrow and give it a look." And he came home with one the next day, and I'm like, "Dude," he's like, "Yeah,
I've been wanting one for a while. I like the flat top. I do a lot of grilling, but I wanted a flat top.
Yeah,
that way you could cook different things. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Let's see here. Curtis says, I never recommend watching Off-Road on Fridays, but Allegiance Quest on the same channel is awesome. Yeah. All right. Absolutely.
That's
there's Brian.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Mark enabled me on the Blackstone for sure. Seasoning takes a few hours. So yeah, go ahead and plan ahead. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it did take a few hours for us to do that. Thankfully, I started at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. By 1 or 2 I was done, and then seasoning took a couple of hours, and then we were ready to cook that night. So I inadvertently planned it out perfectly, but it wasn't the plan. I never do that perfectly. Oh man. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what's first on our list here, everybody. Oh, that's right, Charles.
After these messages will be.
Never gets old.
Gotta have that.
Literally could be my ringtone. Literally could be my ringtone. All right, let's get after it. We got some Saturday morning commercials here. Let's start.
Can anything stop the animal? The animal. It's a big, powerful 4x4. But when the going gets tough, it bares its claws to climb over anything that gets in its way.
The animal, the animal. Can anything stop? The animal.
The animal, clawing its way to the top. The animal, each sold separately, batteries not included. New from Galoob.
All right, so the question is, it's always the question, did you have one of these?
No, I had Stompers. I actually wanted one of these, but I never had one. I thought they were pretty cool when I was a kid.
I ended up getting one like secondhand from somebody. Do you need to go or something? You got intruders?
No, there's a bicycle thing in our town every year, and so the bicycles keep going by in our neighborhood, and it just pisses. No, it's my other dog. It's Rhiannon's dog. It just pisses him off.
Like,
so it's gonna be all day.
Watch.
He's gonna be barking.
Everybody's gonna be enjoying the outdoors on my watch. Yeah, I think I got one of these secondhand. I must have gotten it used from somewhere because I did have one, but man, it never worked right. It just like the claws would like some would get stuck and like not retract, and I remember it being frustrating to mess around with. But
I was gonna say, how does it know when to pop the claws?
I guess there was like certain
just
amount
random
of
or?
like tension on the tires. If Andy was here, he could tell us how it worked. But yeah,
right. He's
yeah,
asleep.
he is, and he's East Coast. I don't know what his excuse is. Can anything stop?
I know.
The animal. That's right.
I know that song. I would sing it on my way to school. I remember the animal.
So good. Yeah, this is the commercials.
It was actually a really good commercial.
It's a good one. Here's one that I had a couple of these, but I'm going to tell you, I did not think this is. I don't remember this being the name of the toy line.
Supernaturals, caged to fight with ghostly might. Supernatural. Behold the supernaturals, ghostly warriors that change to fight when they're hit with light, because each has an amazing hologram, an eerie hologram you control with a turn of your hand. Turn them into the light and watch them change into even more powerful creatures.
Change to fight with ghostly might.
Supernaturals, each sold separately, new from Tonka.
Did you have any of these?
I did, and I always thought they were cool. I don't know if I ever saw them in a store, but I thought they looked cool. I do remember the commercial.
I had
no,
several
I didn't have
of these. I remember having a couple that are in this commercial. I'm gonna turn the volume down this time. That's creepy right there. That's terrifying. That mask on that kid. I think I had this guy right here that was the lion, and I had that guy, and I didn't have the pharaoh, but I had this guy because he had such an ugly face.
That is pretty awesome.
I didn't have the Native American chief with the eagle. That's pretty dope. But yeah, I had that one. So I had like 2 or 3 of these. But you know what I was thinking when watching this commercial is I was thinking that this would make a really good Mythic Legions like tribute. You know, kind of like Fisher Rice, throwback to an old figure. Like they could very easily with existing parts make a knight that has got like a swap out chest and head of like reptilian, you know, with like the Ninian. Like they could do something like that and make it kind of like a glowy kind of green plastic or purple. Like
I would love that. I would love that.
I love it. I'm gonna giggle every single time one of the bikes goes by. That's the boy dog, right? I forget his name.
Yes,
Brocky. Is it Brocky?
Brocky with the B.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, and Curtis, I had another Superpowers commercial picked out for today, but this one I changed it, and I picked this one just for you, and you'll know why because of something you showed.
The ultimate evil, Darkseid, attacks. His horde of villains spread chaos and destruction. But now they face Earth's mightiest heroes. The Superpowers Collection explodes into battle. It's Kenner's Superpowers Collection. Figures with power action, each sold separately.
Who's Batman's friend? His Firestorm. Squeeze him. His power action will destroy evil. Evil like Calabac with his Beta Club? Or Desaad with his lethal shock machine? We shall see.
The Superpowers Collection. Batman, Firestorm, Calabac, Desaad, and other figures with power action, each sold separately from Kenner.
I had every one of those guys.
I love that toy line.
It is my number one favorite toy line of all time. Like when I was a kid, nothing came close to like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and He-Man. That will always be the Holy Trinity. I am not taking anything away from them. But I'm going to tell you, my favorite toy line was Superpowers. Like
I might be there with you because I mean, the knees bent. They had an action feature, which I'm okay with, but the articulation, you know, they had soft goods for the Batman and Superman capes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool accessories. Steppenwolf had that cool.
Steppenwolf was my favorite. It was Batman and Steppenwolf were my two favorites.
Yeah, I loved Steppenwolf. He had the spikes coming out of him, and Hawkman had the cool, you know, wing features. So I think they're really ahead of their time when it came to different features and playability.
I had to grab this because this is my actual Steppenwolf when I was a kid.
Wow.
You can see, look, check this out. Look at this right here. Hands chewed up. I don't know, like a dog must have gotten a hold of. Yeah, that's my favorite figure of all time. If my house was on fire, that's what I'm grabbing. And look at his back, like his backpack is missing and his axe is all destroyed. Yeah. This one was mine from when I was a kid. And then I bought this one as an adult. That is like complete and in good condition.
Yeah.
And nothing's chewed up. So I have these on my shelf. This is my favorite bad guy when I was a kid. And I knew nothing of him. And then when he showed up in the Zack Snyder verse, I was like, yeah, he is incredible. Like the way he looked in the Zack Snyder director's cut, not the one that came out in theaters. Mm-hmm. But I was like, but this guy, I mean, you're not going to beat this design. This, oh man, dude, Superpowers is my jam. And not only that, everything you were talking about is so accurate, but they were very comic book accurate. Like they looked exactly like they did in the comic books. They were not updated at all. And the paint on them is exquisite. Even to this day, if you see one today that's in minty condition, like it's still, they're so beautifully painted. And like
they hold up.
I'm okay if McFarlane loses the DC license and he has to stop making 7-inch Batman figures. I'm okay with that. But I can't lose that Superpowers collection. That's one thing that it keeps me holding on to sanity right now is my Superpowers collection. Like I'm like, dude, if you're losing it, you better get on the ball. And you better knock out as many. And I need Firestorm because Curtis showed that off last night. I want Dr. Fate. Like, stop making all these different variants of Batman and Superman. Get on the ball and start making some of the characters that we need before this ends.
And Hall of Justice.
Wouldn't that be great? Or Darkseid's like temple or whatever like that would be. Oh man. Let's see. Let's get back to here we go. We've got Curtis says, I love Superpowers so much. I had them all, but one day I came home from school and my mom had given them all away. Man. And that's when Curtis left home and became an adult.
That's right.
He's like, I still love her, but I'll never forget. That's right. Even when she's 80, 90 years old, you'd be like, Mom, she's all frail. And she's like, did I fail you?
I just sell my toys.
Did I fail you as a mother? And he'll go, no, Mom. But do you remember when you sold all of my superpowers? You give them away. And then here comes the pillow. No, I'm just
painful.
Good morning, William Golden. Good morning. All right.
What's up, William?
This is a new segment, but man,
I love these commercials.
This is a new segment. This is one that, dude, I really love that we added this to the show because this is always fun for me to put together and it puts me in a beautiful headspace. So where are we? We are it's time for Name That Tune. All right, everybody, put your thinking caps on. And hey, you know what? Andy I'll give away her walker. Where's my walker? Mom, you remember my superpowers?
That's right.
Now you can't get around so good. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to play Name That Tune. This is where I'm going to play a clip from an 80s cartoon. And boy, I dug deep for this one. This one's going to be tough. If I was given this clip, I don't think I would get it. And you guys are on your own today because Andy is not in the chat yet. So you're on your own. Here we go. Boy, I hope I have the right one selected. I don't play the intro. Give it away.
Touch a charm at fall of night,
And you will sleep without fright. Oh, Father, I hate this age of magic. Magic is so evil.
Easy, daughter. We're safe at home.
What was that?
I don't know, but I hope we never see its likes again.
All right, that's it, guys. Any guesses?
Dude, the guy looked familiar. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say these are not regular characters in the show. These are ancillary, like villagers.
They're randos.
Yeah, these are NPCs. They'll give you a side quest in a video game, but they're not the main characters. These are NPCs, basically. Like
I am at a loss.
Okay,
dude.
me too.
I don't think I've ever seen this episode. I would remember this episode. I think
Curtis
if I
has
saw
no
it, and
clue. Yeah, and
I'm
there's
like
a couple of Brick. Good morning, Brick. Yeah, there's a couple of clues there. The Age of Magic, that's one of the clues. William Golden's getting close. Sounds like D&D.
See, that's what I thought it was Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't know. That thing on it seemed like it was on wheels or something.
Mechanical
sound,
weird. So it's kind of it's not like an actual beastie. All right, like I said, Brian Carr is going with Visionaries. Curtis says, don't use big words. Okay, Blake's going D&D. All right, I'm going to play the intro to the show, and we're going to hand out an award. Look at this. Rob Zamora coming in. Brian Carr and Rob Zamora.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries.
Great intro.
Brian Carr nailed it. He says Visionaries, and then Rob Zamora came in with the precise name of this episode. This episode is called Lion Hunt.
Hell?
You guys
Rigged. Rob, you Googled it or something.
Not that quick. No okay, let's see. There's a old man and a young girl, and they're hiding, and then a bear truck drives by. No, Yeah, this must have been one of those intros from the 80s where they hired like they outsourced the intro to like a Japanese animation company because there's just
it looked better than the show.
Better than the show. Just like with Ninja Turtles, they did that. The cartoon had a Japanese.
I've never seen this show before.
Did you have any Visionary toys when you were a kid?
No. Nope.
I had a few. I thought when I picked
my childhood sucked.
So I had picked the Supernaturals commercial like 4 or 5 days ago, but I didn't pick this until a day ago, yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. And
that was cool.
And I was like, oh man, like, is the Supernaturals going to give it away? Like, is somebody going to already be thinking like, but yeah, again, I'm going to reiterate. I think the Four Horsemen, if they did like a Supernaturals or even a Visionaries,
that would be sweet.
I think that would be pretty sweet because, you could, mix in some mythic and some cosmic parts and
Trevor, make some
Make
calls,
it
man.
happen.
See
Yeah,
what you can
right.
do. Yep. Get in Treadaway's
That's
ear.
right. Let's get back to the chat here. Basically, it says, okay. Rob Brian says, "Yep, amazing intro. Look at this." Rob's like, "That's episode 6 of Visionaries." My guy, he's got them all on like Blu-ray. He's got them ready. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'll have to see if they're on YouTube. I've never seen an
Yeah.
episode. Never seen it.
The intro, anime at its finest. That's right. I was not into them as a kid. Rob said he loved that show. Wow, what year did this come out? I don't know.
It's got to be after 86.
Yeah, I would say probably 86, 87, 88, somewhere around in there. Yeah, Rob and I collabed. Hey, it's not the first time that Brian won something and then Rob showed up. It's amazing. That's really cool. Rob said, "Yeah, this is super rigged." Yeah, I actually had the DVD series. There's no doubt, dude. I mean, you named this. He's like, "No, that's episode 6, Lion Hunt." Easy. Andy, my ass. Like he got it. Let's see. I love the war banners that they had. Yeah, exactly.
They were
Oh,
cool.
look at Brick
That
dropping
intro,
some info. Yes, Shinsha Studios.
Shinsha Studio.
Handled the intro and recycled segments from Transformations. Okay, yeah.
87. Okay.
87. Yeah, so much of our anime was secret anime. Yeah, dude, I was talking with somebody the other day. Like I was talking with one of my neighbors, Nick, and we were talking about how we first got introduced to like Robotech, which it was Robotech in America, Macross over in Japan, right? And how like that show hooked me because I saw fighter jets turning into robots, right? And I'm thinking, oh, Transformers, let's go. Well, I'm down. But that show was far more like romance. It was more like a soap opera.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama.
Yeah, it was all about love and like people getting relationships and all this and like very little action.
I love the suits. The motorcycle suits where they get this. Oh, I love that stuff.
There's one on Big Bad Toy Store right now. I think it's around like $270, and I want that thing. That's one of my favorite robot designs from when I was a kid.
Me too.
The wheels,
man, we're so alike.
I always say, like you and I, same DNA. We need to figure out where your dad was getting around to. Man.
Absolutely. What's up, J-Mac?
Thanks for joining the party, man. We're just getting started. I love how the commercials and the old cartoons really get us in that mindset. To kick off our Saturday mornings. Maybe there is something to what Curtis is always talking about, how great our show is. It is pretty great. Let's see here. We've got some pickups. Yeah. All right, man. I've got some. I don't. Oh, you got a ton. Kick us off, dude. Let's kick us off. Let's do.
Well, first off, I had a good buddy pick this up for me
right here. Hang on, sorry. Super chat $4.99. Curtis needs to be heard. $4.99. Couple of shout outs. Brian Carr is a great dude, and Jumbo Jointed is the best show on YouTube. This is the first time watching.
Brian Carr is a great dude.
He is a spectacular
certified.
Anybody who
dude.
wins a dragon and then gives it away, come on. I mean, that dude's a freaking hero.
Solid.
Miriam was my first girlfriend, I swear. Who's got an extra Mythic Legions He-Man Adamon? Forgive me if I butchered his name. Who's got an extra one? Oh, dude. Yeah, we just have them lying around. Anybody has one, just send it. Send it his way.
Yeah, I'll send you two.
And I got Keltis. I'll send you a Keltis. I'm just kidding.
Try posting in Cabal for your needs. And somebody might. But a lot of the old figures, people hang on to them. You have a hard time trying to find them. Maybe go to a con. You might be able to pick one up. I think my friend Matt picked one up just recently.
Terrence just got one.
Oh, yeah, Terrence.
Terrence just bought one. So that's congrats to Terrence.
Yeah, sometimes at a con you can get one.
Be willing to pay because he's a hefty price tag.
I needed 3. One for me, one for my stepson, and one for my buddy Nando. And you and William Golden came through in a pinch. Thank you guys so much. I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to, show that I got him this week. So I'll be opening today.
That's a fantastic figure, dude. I love that guy so much. Like, I thought for sure, like, I was just gonna be like, yeah, he's cool. Glad I have him. But no, like I
almost slept on it.
really like that guy.
Almost slept on it. And I'm glad I did.
So my friend and yours, Benny Torres, I don't know if you guys know him from the Cabal. Good dude.
Good dude.
I'm trying to help him source one right now, and I reached out to the guy who runs Toylanta. I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember, but I reached out to him. I emailed him. It's just like Toylanta customer service at, something like that. That's why his name's not in the email, so I can't remember it. But I reached out to him to see when they are going up for sale on the website and what the pricing structure will be. And I have not heard back yet. But they had so freaking many of these things left over.
I was gonna say, I'm sure
They
they've got a
lifted the
ton.
limit on Sunday, and they were letting people buy just as many as they wanted, and people were just like going up and getting
Yeah.
it.
I should have got one more.
If I'd have had the extra cash,
I just didn't want to over ask.
Okay. One guy tried to sell it to me for 200 without a head. I mean, that's the reason to buy that figure, right? Is because of that head. But honestly, that head's not hard to come by anymore. I mean, that head was packed in with the Mythic Legions 2-pack. And so that thing's
just repaint
it, dude.
Build your own.
Or you know what? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean this to sound like, like dismissive, but get this guy. Save yourself a ton of money, and he makes a much better He-Man. But some people want that Adamon head. It's a really cool head. Let's see. Yeah, just trying to catch up with some of the chat. J Max laughing. We've got William Golden says, "Welcome, buddy. Thanks to Mark for mailing them." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad everybody got their stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Let me know when you do. I really want one, but I passed on it for a Barbarian. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What I got going on? What did I get this week, dude? Speaking of 80s, let me show this off. Dude, this is.
I got like 9 things.
I only have like 4 or 5, so it's fine. We'll equal out. It's fine. I got one of these guys from Super 7. I never had any Micronauts when I was a kid.
Oh, I want that
Biotron,
so bad.
Commander, Arcturus, Ron's personal assistant. But like, check this guy out. I think this was like a jumbo figure. I think he was like 18 inches.
Yeah,
I think
it was big.
did a commercial recently, maybe last week, that showed this guy off. And then you opened his chest, and there was like you could put a figure inside of there. When you take this down, there's a sculpted figure inside of there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's really cool. I love the back of the package. Got some old school Transformer-y.
Baron Karza was one of my favorites.
I'm going to order him on my next Big Bad Toy Store order, $21. And I don't even think I'm going to open these. The packaging is so dope. It just looks so good.
It looks so good. I love Micronauts.
I mean, look at it's got the tank treads on the backpack, which is removable. You could.
I hope they do more.
I really do too. Because I didn't have any as a kid, but they look great. This is the problem with reaction figures, is that they make such damn beautiful card art that I don't want to open them. And then I start thinking, they're 5 POA. I'm not gonna play around with them and do anything. They're gonna sit on my desk for a while and keep falling over. So I might as well just keep them in the package. And I'm not a.
And I just saw that they had the Conan War Paint, the 3 different. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll pick those up.
Okay. Let me get back. Oh, we've got a super chat from Brian Carr. Thank you, buddy. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. Shout out back to Curtis for thinking up the telethon and making it all possible. Wouldn't have happened without you. And yes, Double Jointed is the best. Yeah, man. Curtis was a champ, dude. I mean, more than 24 hours, 28 hours. Incredible.
Something like that. 26, 28, something like that.
Man,
crazy.
Team effort for sure.
That was fun, though.
Team effort for sure.
That was a blast.
Smerbs is my.
Yeah, it's all about helping each other out.
Smerbs is my
community.
Legendary Barbarian Santa. I love that. All right, buddy, back to you.
I got Tangerine.
Woo!
Mezco.
She is fire.
Looks pretty cool. Pretty cool looking.
My gosh, she's gorgeous.
Hedgehog did a good review on it. I'll open it later, but yeah, it's a great looking figure. I just love that kind of cool retro badass kind of Pam Grier thing going.
Brick is right. I did not call this out, but this is Reaction Plus. So this is their O-ring, and
Oh,
so this is the same as the GI Joes. They got the little O-ring in there, so they move a little different. He's right for calling that out. I completely forgot to mention it. That makes them really cool. The new O-ring is scaled like Biotron would have been in the Marvel comics, which is a good sign, as you mentioned. As is the mention of Arcturus,
it's a
Ron,
great
Bug,
comic.
and Marionette. Next, Ultimates, please. Hey, that's a great idea. I would get in on that.
Oh, for sure.
Curtis says,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not an
love
inbox
Bug.
guy normally, but I do keep
Croyer.
superpowers in the box. Yep. I can't throw my boxes away. They're so beautiful. Like they're just sitting up there. I love them. Yep.
Packaging, baby. It's all about the
Exactly.
packaging.
When you make a good package, you could potentially, like, here's the thing. Like, you make a good package, I'm going to leave it in there, right? If for any reason, I don't see why they wouldn't, but if these do not sell well, and let's say by the end of the year or next year, these are on clearance on Big Bad Toy Store for like $11, you bet I'm going to buy 2 more and open them and play with them.
Oh, for
For
sure.
sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up, I got I had to pull over on the side of the road driving to Toylanta. I had an alarm set on my phone so that I wouldn't miss the pre-order for this. I'm not sure why, because the son of a gun is still up for order right now on Next Level. Next Level is Jada Toys. It's their exclusive web store. It costs nothing to join. It's a free newsletter sign up. It gets you access to all of their exclusives. And this is, I like to call him Fancy Pants Fei Long, or as Joe Gonzalez called him last night,
Fancy.
Front Porch Fei Long. I thought that was brilliant because the O face and the wife beater T-shirt. Some beautiful artwork on the back. You've got the sprite artwork of the background, which is fantastic, and then some cabinet art.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times like I would just sit and draw this art as a kid. Like this was a big portion of my art like development was drawing Capcom characters because I had never seen anything like it. I didn't know that that's like, oh, that's Japanese art and that's why it looks like, to me it just rocked. So I do have
Yeah, I love
that
that
Fei
style.
Long right here, and he is in the Wormhole Studios Kung Fu set again. This set's $11.99 on 5K Toys, couple bucks shipping. You can get it for like under $15. And so this is, he does have the purple pants. If you can see, let me lift it up. They are purple. I did put him in this set, and I'm leaving my Fei Long with the black pants as like my shelf figure. But this is like, dude, I've been just throwing this in my pocket because I've had this set for about a week now. And I put on my other Fei Long, and I just throw it in my pocket and like take it on car rides. And
that is nice. That is a nice. Those soft goods are really
and $15
Really
shipped.
nice.
Like it's hard to beat that.
I got also from my buddy Mark,
picked me up an eraser.
That's it. It takes pencil right off the page. It's super easy.
Fresh Monkey Fiction, right? Operation Monster Force. Haven't opened it yet, but it looks really cool.
No, I haven't tried this on AWOC. I can give it a shot, but I think, hang on real quick. The figures they're not scaled the same. Like the Fei Long is much thinner and shorter. I think probably the pants might fit, but I'm not sure the jacket would. I know the
It'd be snug.
Yeah, it would be pretty snug because these guys are pretty beefy. And this already kind of bunches up a little bit on Fei Long, but man, would I love to see them make some stuff for AWOC? For sure. Hey Curtis, where's Darla on those AWOC capes and soft goods? That would be
right.
Fantastic. William Husted, good morning to the Silver Schmerber of the Spaceways. Hey, somebody was watching last night. Yeah, Brick.
Thanks, William.
Too tight. Guesagway, good morning, sir. Let's see here. Jordan and Van gave me one of those. He's freaking amazing. I may have to get more from this line. What are you talking about? Like, what figure? Did I miss something? What are you?
I think he was talking about the eraser.
The eraser. Yeah,
but maybe he could be talking about Jada. I don't know.
Yeah. I need that jacket for Fei Long. Yeah. Go to 5K Toys. Look up Wormhole Studios or Wormhole. Just search Wormhole. It'll pop up. Just search Wormhole. It's called Kung Fu Set. Blake says, "Hey Greg, your audio is off or sometimes delayed." I haven't noticed that,
Hmm.
but if Blake is saying it, yeah, let's look into it.
Sorry.
Another little soft goods set that I got is from Kai Lab. This is much more
Oh, that looks so
exquisite
good.
than the but it just equally as like nicely tailored. You get a lot. You get these black, what look to be like pirate pants. The pants are like ripped and torn at the bottom. You get this little tan tunic underneath, this little soft goods that looks like a
So good.
chainmail. You get this tabard, or not, is that what that's called? Or this
Is the tabard wired?
No, there's no wire in any of this. Nothing is wired.
Okay.
And then you get this little hood right here. You get the belts. There's two. This looks like one, but I actually have two. Wait, nope. I only have the. Nope, I do. I have both. There's two belts. One's doubled up.
It comes with
It comes
with the
with
belts.
Yeah, all that's included. The only thing that it wasn't included, of course, is the skeleton and the sword. Like everything else is all from that set. You get it's like 6 pieces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And it fits really good. If you saw my quick little YouTube short, I actually put this on Sir Elijah, and it fits. You can't get you cannot get the pants or this cloth tunic on a regular figure with armor, but you can get everything else on them. So that set way more expensive. I think it was like $32 and then shipping. So it was about $38, $39. But and they have a new one. They have another one that I've already pre-ordered that's coming out that's red. It's the exact same set, but this tabard here that's blue is red, and the yellow part on the front is a golden lion.
Oh man, I'm going for that. I love red.
Oh, that's right. I know you do. All right. Brick says, hey, he noticed that with your audio as well. The Kai Lab set is dope. I haven't done anything with it. We just got done with MuskyCon, and she should have a couple of custom projects that she had knocked out from her next project is building inventory for Legions Con. Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, maybe by Legions Con, we'll have some AWOC stuff or stuff that would fit AWOC. I would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping some Monster Forces at ToyCon New Jersey. Me too, since I have a buddy going.
I don't know if they have a table. Have we checked to see if they have a table there?
Can somebody check while we're doing the show? Can somebody check and see if Monster Force is going to be at ToyCon New Jersey? That'd be great. That'd be awesome if they are. Please, please, please. Is it me or you? You?
I can go.
Yeah, I just showed off the Kai Lab thing.
So my stepson, he sent me a box. He lives in California, and he sent me a box. He sent me a loose Wildcat.
Ooh, nice.
And this figure, I was on the fence about getting it, but he just moves so well. Just a really cool figure.
I love those wrist wraps.
He just threw that in the box. He's like, here you go. I said, thank you. He sent me some what's this called? McFarlane Multiverse. He sent me Power Girl.
Nice. I've seen her at my Walmart. A local Walmart has her. I picked her up and checked her out. She's
sent
awesome.
me the new Deadshot.
Nice.
I love this classic Deadshot.
Did you get the what's his name? The other guy that's in that wave as well? The
Adam Strange?
Yeah, the Space Ranger looking dude.
No, but I wouldn't mind getting him.
Yeah, he looks dope. I love that design. I've never read those comics, but
I do too. I love the classic. He also grabbed me another multiverse figure here.
Terrence says, I don't think Fresh Monkey's going to be at ToyCon.
A Batman figure. Looks like
I have that. That one's good.
89.
Yeah, that one's good. That's the one with the wings spread out.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah, I haven't really had a chance to check them out. But looks really good.
Trevor says, I don't think they're going to be there, but somebody should have them for sale. So, yeah. Brian says he doesn't see a list of vendors for ToyCon. Maybe some vendors will have some.
Ooh.
Well, okay. You know what? Then that's going to be my mission. I'm going to reach out to Fresh Monkey on Instagram and ask him if they're going to be there.
Okay.
Because Brick says he would love that Wildcat. I have him with my AWOC, a Fearless Fanboy. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great figure. It doesn't come with much. It's pretty basic, but it moves really well and it's cool.
Yeah, I've seen him in my local Target. I think my Target still has one hanging there. I've looked at him. He looks cool, but yeah, he just doesn't come with a lot. Like
Mm-mm.
it's pretty bare bones for that, that package. My next pickups are some like older pickups. I think I showed one of these off last night on Offworld, but I don't have any connection to this character, but I've been watching a lot of pose videos with him. He looks cool. This is Kane on the retro Spider-Man card. I know he's all I know about him. I've watched a few videos on YouTube trying to school myself. He's from the 90s. He's an imperfect clone of Peter Parker. Got some really cool abilities.
Okay.
The Mark
I
of
never heard of him.
Cain, the Cain Stinger. Yeah, he's got some really cool abilities, but he looks fun, and I'm probably going to sit outside and pose him. I just love a good, getting a figure like this for me is like watching like a bad action movie, like, it's not great. You're not going to remember it in 10 years, probably 5 years, or probably next year that you even watched it. But while you're messing around with it, it's pretty fun. That's kind of like what those figures are for me.
Absolutely. I agree.
Curtis says, all right, here we go. Wait a minute. Blake says they will be at IshCon. That's awesome. Smash that like button. Yep. Thank you, Brian. Absolutely. Curtis says, if anyone is near the St. Charles, Missouri or Missouri, we have QuadCon tomorrow. Steve Mank from Articulated Times will be.
That dude gets around.
He does, man. He does.
Traveling.
JMX says, hell yeah, IshCon's going to be awesome. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much. Yep. Characters like Wildcat, who basically wear unitards, look pretty good. And that McFarlane buck. Yep.
Right.
He is the Fisher Rice Peter Parker. That is absolutely. Brian says Kane is from the Clone Saga from the 90s Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Game. Yeah,
Thanks,
it's the series where Ben Reilly is the clone of Peter Parker. Mm-hmm. He's known as the perfect clone. Kane is the imperfect clone. So he was a clone of Peter Parker, but he came out, I guess, damaged. And he's evil and got different powers. He's had a couple of different variations, different costume changes. Honestly, he would make a pretty good Spider-Man villain in a Spider-Man movie if they could update that look. But one of the things I love about this is just how freaking 90s this is. You've got the tattered
very
bright
90s
pink cape, that crazy haircut, like there's just so much wild stuff.
That hair kind of looks like James Brown in that video where he's all hot and bothered and sweaty and yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Brick, it's the worst part of California. He's in Fresno. Yeah. My next thing is this new RoboCop figure.
Ooh, whoever designed that package right there wins best package design.
I know. I don't even want to.
That is amazing
because it just looks so damn good. I know
it's the movie poster. Like they've got a little cutout of the door and everything.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's not evil. He's just misunderstood. That's right.
Aren't we all?
I would totally buy that figure if A, I saw it in stores because I haven't yet, and B, it didn't have that pink spray on it.
Yeah, the pink spray is kind of.
So it looks great in the package, but I would imagine if you pulled him out and just put him on your shelf, I would imagine that he probably doesn't look good.
I got 3 more things.
Oh, 3 more. Okay. Now, this is an older release, but it's one that I wanted to get. I am not all in on the Valaverse Action Force line, but Steve Mank from Articulated Times has enabled me. I really like, because I have him right there, is my Desert Condor. I like the desert look, the dusty, sandy desert mission style characters. So I picked this guy up on Big Bad Toy Store. He was on sale for $25, marked down from $35. So this is the Desert Steel Brigade.
It's a nice figure.
He looks really cool. So I'm just putting together a little desert squad. I don't have any of the other figures on the back. That's a lie. I have that Condor. That's the very Condor.
Liar.
And then I went ahead and got him with this pack, which was also out. It's called the Recon Gear Pack. It's got some weapons.
I was going to bring that to open today, but we're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all me pickups for the week.
Okay. I've got a couple more.
Yeah. Bring us home.
I've got, where are they? Oh, got my delivery of Armies of Ashmore. Not super sold on this figure. I just wanted to support. So I might sell him at a show or
Hey, if you
something.
decide to move him on, let me know. I'll
Yeah,
take him off your hands.
you got it.
I want to get a couple.
This
It always surprises me. I try to look those figures up on Big Bad Toy Store, and I type in Armies of Ashmore, no results. They're called Defenders of Eden. And I'm like, it freaks me out every time I go there to look for them. I'm like, I have to remember to type in Legends of Eden, or that's how you find them. Like,
oh, okay.
I don't know why they're not called Armies of Ashmore, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I'll ship it to you. This one I really love though. I think it was part of the Kickstarter thing. They did a like the blank, so I bought a blank version.
Dope,
and I
man.
really love how this looks. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not really a painter too much. I'm a dry brusher, but not a painter. But I really, really like this. It kind of comes in a thick plastic baggie. But yeah, I'm going to open this and check them out. Very cool.
Yeah,
and I don't know if
you
they're
see Rob's
selling
comment. He said that's not the worst part in California. It's
No,
the
he's right.
affordable part.
I was thinking like Bakersfield, Fresno it's kind of the place where is a little bit cheaper to live, but a lot of crime and homelessness, and
And at the West Coast Mythic Meetup, 4-H will be there, as well as Sparrow. I can't say they'll have legendary barbarians, but I also can't say they won't.
They might. They might bring like 2 cases.
Yeah.
I've
Get
got
there early.
one last.
So Fubi style.
I had a friend, just out of the kindness of his heart, buy me this and ship it to me via Amazon. So thank you, Fernando. They're on sale for like $33. So he was super cool.
Yeah, they're moving some McFarlane product for sure.
He was grateful because of you and William, you guys had sent me the ATL and eraser for him also. So as a thanks, he sent me this. So I'm like, thank you.
So
I've been wanting
thanked you for doing absolutely nothing. That's
right.
fantastic.
Yeah, I was the conduit of toys.
And me and William are just left.
Yeah, you guys did the work. You guys muled the stuff, and I reaped the benefits. But
totally
my
fine,
friendship is also a gift too.
I get hugs.
Absolutely,
I get hugs. So
I'm surrounded by a ton of toys right now, and dogs.
Man. That's right. Let's see. Yeah, Curtis Bobby owns Thanos likeness rights. Thanos?
That's the Atlas. They're saying that. I think they're saying that Atlas figure looks like Thanos. His head, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Greg, if you didn't already have that Armies of Ashmore figure, I'd buy it.
I was trying to sell it to you, buddy. I was trying, man.
Oh, hey, is that the green one? That's the green one that Brian needs to complete?
No, he has it, I think. Yeah, Brian went ham and bought all of them, I believe.
I don't think he had. Is that the one that's got the messed up head? Like it's broken? Like his plate is broken?
No.
That's
the blue one, I think.
Oh, okay. I knew he was missing one. There was one he said he didn't get. If Brian needs that green one, you sell it to Brian first.
It's a nice figure.
If Brian doesn't want it, then
it's just not for me. I support them, and I've seen their next stuff that's coming out. And
sorry, Thanos is a buddy of ours on Oz's Clubhouse. Okay,
that's right. Somebody, I think was it Curtis was showing us that the likeness.
Okay.
But
all right, let's get to it. Because we got a big double down today, so we don't want to shortchange it.
It's gonna be a long show, guys. Get comfortable.
Yeah,
get some drinks.
Let's get into these unboxings. All right, buddy. I sent you a picture of some stuff that I have not opened in quite a while, and I was like, "What do you want to open?" And you said G.I. Joe Classified series, and I was like, "You got it."
Yeah.
So what are you tackling today? What are you going to unbox?
I've got this Halo jumper.
Nice. That's right. Those have been around for a minute. Those are getting clearanced out everywhere. I wish I'd have waited and played the long ones. I bought them full price. And they're still sitting down here unopened.
Yeah, I paid $40
right there. I'm kind of feeling 90s with Kane over here from Spider-Man, and there's no more of a 90s looking figure than Xandar here. This guy is screaming 90s. So I'm going to be opening this guy who I've waited to open for quite a while. And sadly, this is the last day that you guys are probably going to see all of the G.I. Joe and Cobra figures up on the shelf. I have now decided to pull them down and put them in a bin for right now.
Damn, they went to the bin?
They're going into a bin for right now so that I can focus on some 80s shelves. I want to put up like some stuff that like when I walk into this room and I look at it like this right here, when I see it, like I'm instantly transported to 1980 something. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. First thing out of the package. Look how long I've had this in package. Check this gun out. Boy, that thing's got a curve on it. That's a boomerang rifle right there.
Yeah, it is.
I have to know one thing, Greg. Are you going to take that guy out today and throw him up in the air?
I've got a window right here, dude.
I'm tossing it out the window.
Yeah,
immediately.
I got it up. I'm upstairs right now. I got a window. He's getting tossed.
Okay.
He is getting tossed.
Brian said it's the blue one with the messed up head, and that's the one you don't have, right, Brian? Oh, he says I have them all. Thanks.
I told you. Coming today. Brian went off. Brian is not half-assed, man. He went all in.
Brick says a lot of outstanding Kickstarters are popping up now. Got my Cyberzoic Arctic Dragon last week. Is that the big one that's like $230? It's kind of like white and purple, and that thing looks incredible. If that's what you're talking about. Savage Crucible Wave 2 shouldn't be far behind.
Yeah, I've got that pre-ordered or kickstarted. I've got
Joe's getting banished to the bins for
Savage 2. I've got Brutal Realm. Oh brother, you guys.
I love how Nova was like, I can't just run to the door. I have to get in Dad's chair, go around him, and then jump down.
That's because there's 9,000 toys on my floor. She couldn't find a clear path, so she just leaped.
She's like, I'm taking everything out between here and the door. I don't care if Dad's on YouTube.
Yeah, okay. That thing has got a curve on it. That's what she said. Always, that's what she said.
Can hit that from around the corner. Yeah, that's the dragon. It's the big one, though. Hot Bay up here said no. No, that thing looks freaking impressive. I saw it in person at Toylanta, and I was like, boy, if I had $230, if I had $230 extra, I would be walking out with that thing. It's impressive. So yeah, Brian did go full ass. He went full ass.
Terrence was quite a little heckler last night.
This is Greg at the movie theater. And they're like, can you please get those Oreos open? My God. Get the Oreos open, sir. Now she's like, I'm done, Dad. Can I come back and sit
She
down?
didn't even know what she was barking at. She's a follower.
What are we barking at?
Yeah, she has no idea.
Yeah, we have a little small Athen pincher, and her name's Kiwi, and she runs around. We have our little sweatshirt that says security because she guards the entire neighborhood, this little thing. And then our big bulldog, our English bulldog, Josie, she's just like, she just looks at her and is just like, but
yeah,
she's not gonna get up.
Brian went full ass, absolutely, on the
Greg, eat quieter.
Ashes of
if I get into a line, I dive in full ass. Yeah, I can't.
Armies of Ashman.
I can't dive in full ass anymore.
I wanted to support them. I didn't really feel it aesthetically. I really liked the blank, but I had to buy a regular figure to get the blank. And it turns out I love the blank more than I love the actual figure. So
my God,
I'm happy to sell it to you.
I am so upset I have not opened this guy until now. Lord have mercy. You know, it kills me. What's that? It kills me. It kills me that Hasbro puts out Marvel Legends figures with very little paint apps. They'll do it. They'll put out a figure that's got like 2, maybe 3 paint hits. I just want you to look at this. Look at this. Is insane. Okay. Sorry, I have a new phone and I got the new iPhone 16 and it's like I'm trying to find that sweet spot for but look at the paint on the face. The shoulder pads are all painted gold. Gold on the belt and the chain. Gold down on the boots. My God. Like this thing is painted up. He is gorgeous. Look at that head. that bandana, man.
I'd say all in all, Hasbro is upping their game to compete with the other,
Only in their Joe line. Yeah, if anybody noticed, I don't know if anybody paid any attention, but my Thursday review and my Friday review were reviewed on my new phone. I got the 16 Pro Max, and so I'm able to record now in 4K, and I am now outputting in 4K. So check that out on the reviews, those last two. So Fei Long and what did I review Thursday? God, I can't remember anymore.
What did you review? I just saw it, I thought.
You know what? It was Atlas from Valiverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those two are in 4K.
So the dude, oh shit, there goes a figure. So he comes with this backpack, soft plastic, and you can actually put the parachute in.
I'd like to see you try that.
Parachute, yeah, I don't know if I want to try it. So the parachute's got this little, and it's actually like a canvas.
Oh, like a little threaded cord. That's nice.
And so you put it on the back, I guess, through here, and then attach it to his back. That's actually
somebody
pretty cool.
was telling me that that's the same parachute that came with the character in the Sky Striker HasLab. So they designed that for a 3 3/4 inch figure, and then they just threw it in the 6-inch figure line. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. Somebody in the chat correct me.
Speaking of Brian going full ass on,
I got a backpack too with some arrows sticking out.
Toy lines. This guy, whenever we were at ZoloCon passing Sparrow Toys, this guy, I mean, I had to drag him away. I'm like, dude, there's other toys here, man. Other toys. This guy had stacks.
I remember the picture. We shared it. It was beautiful. I've never seen somebody so happy until I saw your picture of you finagling that ghost box out of the back of your car. Then I was like, that dude's happy and exhausted.
Elated. Yeah, absolutely.
This is really cool. I remember this gun from when I was a kid. Xandar has the little spear gun with a scope on it, which looks really nice. I'm going to have to heat this up and try to flatten it out because.
Just put it in that Florida sun, I mean.
Oh, dude, it'll melt. It'll be a puddle. It'll be a puddle. But wait, he comes with some knives too, boy. He's got a knife on his back.
Yeah, it's going down. It's happening. It's happening, Rob. I just wish my buddy Mark was over here to film it,
Heck yeah, I would. I'd go downstairs.
I'll have to wake up Rhiannon and tell her to
he has a nice
your phone out
that goes in his chest. She's like, you woke me up for this.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Yeah. I love it. All right. I've got my boy Xandar kitted out. We've got the rifle. We've got a pistol that I've put into his chest. He has a big machete type blade on his hip, a knife on his back. This guy is ready to do some damage. This is a fun figure. I hate that I'm going to have to put him in a bag and box him up.
Just for now, man. Just for now.
Yeah. He's beautiful. This is a great release.
Yeah,
I'll go stand him up next to his sister for a little while before I take him down.
That's right. He's ready to go. I'm going to put on his little helmet, and he will be ready for his maiden flight.
I didn't even talk about his tattoo. He's got I don't think my phone's going to pick it up because it doesn't want to focus. But I can't zoom in, but he does have a tattoo on his arm of a skull, a flaming skull. Looks really dope. Very cool. Very cool. All right. I'm going to get back to the chat real quick before we get to our double down. And I think you guys are going to like this double down today. It feels good.
Great idea.
Yes. Let's see. Brick said, yeah, Classified gets the extra paint and tampo because hits because the money saved on licensing. Yep. That's 100% why. You know, you got to do right, Greg. Got to climb on top of your house and throw that Joe off the
It's going down, dude. I'm telling you, it's happening.
Michigan man rolls off roof to his death playing with G.I. Joe figures.
Dead with a
yeah,
G.I. Joe in my hand.
There is other toys, dude. Come on now. Yeah. But Sparrow toys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Warms my heart to hear about people establishing a new relationship with good toys. Yep. Mark's going to be like, I think we need to call 911. Yes.
He's ready. Yeah, he's getting thrown.
I want video. I want a video of you throwing him.
It's happening.
Like, letting him parachute down.
Where could I post it so other people could see it, though? That's what I want to know.
I just want to see it in our chat. I don't.
Okay. Anyone wants to see it?
Hey, you send it to me. Send me that video, and I'll post it on here as a YouTube short, and I'll post it on Instagram so you guys can check it out.
Done.
All right, we've got our last segment to go to, guys. Let's find out where is that button. Here's our double down. Oh man, trust me, guys. Hang in there. This is going to be a good one.
What a good time.
Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to talk about today, guys. We fully understand that there is a lot of anxiety in the world right now. A lot of uncertainty. And this isn't a joke. I'm not going to like spin this and go, here's my feet. You know, I'm not, no. There is a lot. There's a lot of uncertainty, specifically in the news every day about tariffs and pricing and increases and all this. And we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the politics of it. That's not what this conversation is about. But it is something that will have a very drastic and very real effect on our favorite hobby.
Right.
90 some odd % of all of the toys that we collect come from China. And they are getting slapped with massive tariffs right now and price increases. If anybody has been to Big Bad Toy Store and pre-ordered anything in the last like 48 hours, the Big Bad Toy Store has added a little line on every price that says this price excludes a tariff surcharge.
Right.
This week we saw the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Hulk go up for pre-order, and the price swing was drastic. Best Buy had it pre-ordered at $49.99, that's where I pre-ordered it. Big Bad Toy Store and Hasbro Pulse had it pre-ordered for $50 at Best Buy, $60 at BBTS and Hasbro Pulse, $65 at GameStop, and Entertainment Earth topping the charts at a whopping $74.99 for that figure. There's a $25 swing. I don't know. Are we just making up prices at this point? We're just like, well, whatever. Like, let's make it 50. We'll make it 65. We'll make it 75. Like, I do not get it. So there's a lot of uncertainty around collecting right now. And what are we going to do if we're priced out of collecting? I don't think that we're going to be priced out of collecting for a long time. I think that the uncertainty in the world is finite. I think that we are going to be dealing with this problem for the next few years to come. And I think that it will change in the future and things will go back to normal. And hopefully the effects will not be long lasting. So
Right.
that
I
being
agree.
said, yeah, Blake, thank you. Enjoy what you have. The world is always in a state of evolution. Don't sell the farm. Enjoy the hundreds of figures that you have and be patient. 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. So what we decided to do today is we wanted to take a look at what are some things that we can do, that you can do as toy collectors to sort of weather the storm over the next few years until things change, because they will change. The pendulum is always swinging. So these are some ideas that we've kind of come up with to sort of help, calm the waters a bit. Here's some alternatives. And I want everybody in the chat to join in, because I think I've got probably 7 or 8 here that we talked about. And I know that I've missed some. So if you've got an idea, shout it out. Let's hear it, because we're all in this boat together, and we all need to help each other out. So the first thing that I want to bring up is, what about start collecting a line from Walmart or Target that you've always been curious about, but you've never tried? And by this, what I mean is, there's a lot of times I will go into Walmart or Target. I'm gonna leave that up. And you'll see like Gundam figures,
Right.
or you'll see some of the SH figure arts, but the lower scale, like they have a budget line that's not their $75+ line that's in Walmart and Target. You may see, anime figures that you've never picked up, something that you've always seen that's, hitting that $20 to $25 price point. And you're like, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's
Right.
try it out and let's see. Maybe there's some fun to be had there, because
Right.
all this is about bringing fun and joy to your life. Um, uh, so that's one of the things that I think we could do, is maybe try something you've never. What do you see in your area, Greg, that like you see it every single time you go into a store and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll give that a shot one day.
I mean, there's a lot of Marvel Legends, like you said. There's the Naruto. There's the Demon Hunter figures.
Right.
In Target. So, and there's stuff that's been languishing in the on the pegs for a while. You might be able to collect like the whole, collection of those. Always plenty of NECA stuff in the so there's nothing wrong with trying something new, especially if the price is not as high. While we're waiting for the high end, Mafex or Fig Arts, stuff like that, Figma. Try going to, sometimes comic shops might have, those type of figures there as well. But yeah, I love Naruto. I've loved Naruto since me and my stepson used to watch him. So I'm thinking about picking up a few of those Naruto figures from I think Target has them. I'm not sure if Walmart does or not.
Yeah, I know exactly that line you're talking. I don't know if that's loyal subjects or what, but yeah, I see them a lot. I'm not sure exactly what brick means. Walmart and Target agree. Boo. Yeah, I don't like supporting massive corporations when little guys are going to get shut out. I don't. I really don't. But I'm thinking of 1 second.
It's all about having fun. It's all about, we get on this kick where it's like we have to like collect that next thing and that next thing and that next thing. And when we feel like the supply it might be cut off, we're like, what do we do? We start to panic and worry about that next thing. But it's all about having fun, and it doesn't have to be an expensive imported figure to really enjoy. My man Mark, he'll grab a Marvel Legend and go out to the park and take pictures and do some amazing poses and stuff. So
yeah, we're definitely going to get into that. But yeah, just to touch on that. Yeah, I don't like supporting them, but I'm thinking, if there's ever going to be a place where you can walk in to a store, right? And most people live fairly near a Walmart or a Target, to where those prices are going to be, because those stores purchase so many other things and they're able to keep prices down a little bit more. So yeah, you'll probably see some price increases even on those smaller, cheaper toy lines. But I just think if you're somebody who wants to be able to like get their hands on new toys, this may be an option. I'm not saying it's the best option, but I've always been curious about those Gundam figures. I love Gundam. I've never watched the show, but I love big mechs, and I cannot lie.
Right.
And so I think that would be an option for me, as I may get into those Gundam lines and see if they're
There you
worth
go.
the money. I've never touched one. They may fall apart. I don't know, but yeah. So that's kind of like where what I meant for that. Let's see. Blake's got a good idea. Just save more money for Legion's Con, purge some, and payouts from credit cards. Absolutely. There you go. Gwesagwe says, for me, it's McFarlane. For me, been very curious about the DC line. That's also really good because you're going to start seeing those for a lot cheaper prices, because he may be getting out of that business. And so those figures may be coming down in price. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Curtis says, I'm at Walmart right now and just picked up a mini build lightsaber kit for $13. I will definitely
I can
get
see Curtis in
that
the
much
aisle
done
with
up.
the, you know, doing some lightsaber moves.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's just one. That's just one. Let's move on. Let's see. Let me get this down. Let's move on. Number 2, look for lines that are cheaper and more easily found in stores. And by this, I mean, this is kind of like a sub comment to like the first one. Jada Toy Street Fighter line. You know, you may be like, I don't need Street Fighter figures, but they make good stuff.
Right.
I know somebody recently was telling me that they just recently started picking up their Jada Toys. Like, is it their Mega Man line? Like, that's a lot of fun. Like, if you're
I haven't picked those
into
up.
I know Blake, when I was talking with him, had just started picking up the Sonic figures from the movies because they're a lot of fun. And again, nostalgia for Sonic, the character. Jada Toys, loyal subjects getting much, much better, much better. So they've got a lot of lines in Target and Walmart as well that you can probably get your hands on. And then Reaction. I mean, Super 7 is not slowing down on their production of Reaction. They're not the cheapest. I mean, they're going up in price. I think my Micronauts figure here, I think, was like $22, but it is the Reaction Plus. So there's a little more engineering. So maybe that's why it's a little bit more. But, you know, I understand that they're 5 POA.
There's a lot of toys out there already. You know, it's like stuff might be halted or delayed for a while, but you go to any toy store and if the shelves are not going to be empty, there's plenty of toys already that you can pick up.
Yeah. I know exactly what Candyman's talking about. He's like, those toilet figures. I'm curious on how the suited bodies are. Hey, those designs are actually, I think he's talking about the Skibbity toilet stuff. I actually really dig the design, the idea of like these people in suits with like computer heads and like fax machine heads and like microwave head. They look weird, but they look really cool. I don't know if I would ever buy one, but I know exactly what he's talking about. Maybe I will be buying them. Maybe like my whole collection will be Skibbity toilet in the future. Blake says, I supported whomever, all the retailers mark up items and have their business plans as someone who works in strategic initiatives in the retail and service industry. Yep. Brick's got a good idea. Pause on collecting and watch YouTube channels instead in between toy shows. And
or start your own.
We're going to be getting to that. That is that's absolutely. Another one would be track down used figures on eBay and Mercari. Maybe it's a good time to start filling some of those holes in your collection, right? Your gaps.
Absolutely.
You know, get on eBay and just, you know, a friend of mine told me one time that if he was, you know, didn't have anything to purchase that week, there was nothing new, he would get on eBay and he would search action figures, and then he would filter by cheapest first. And then he would just scroll through and just see what was listed. He goes, I'm not searching for McFarlane. I'm not searching for G.I. Joe. I'm just searching action figures. And then just see what you're scrolling through, and you're going to go down a rabbit hole. Sooner or later, you're going to find something and you're like, oh, I remember that line. What about this? Well, let me track that down. And then, so tracking down used figures on eBay and Mercari.
And it's fun. You can do for Mercari, I use Mercari all the time, but you can do a search. Like I've got like Conan, I've got Mythic Legions, and it'll send you alerts. So whenever someone posts a new item, it'll give you that notification. So like you said, you can fill in some of your missing figures for whatever you're collecting, and probably at a good price
absolutely. Too. Rob says, I love this.
Might be an atom on there.
A few years is long enough for everyone to learn how to use ZBrush. We can all start making our own 3D printed toys. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Says yes, and buy my Galactus. Get on eBay, buy my Galactus. Keep an eye out for deep discounts on Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Sorry that I keep going back to corporations, but look, their greed can be our gain, right? So these places want to get product that's old. They want it out. They don't want it. They don't want to deal with it. You know, like their last ditch resort is selling it all off to Ollie's or Ross, right? Like they don't want this stuff. They want to get rid of it, and they will discount stuff. So again, I'm sorry to like throw more money at corporations, but you know, when they're selling a figure that was $35 and they're now selling it for $12, I mean, you're probably eating into their profit, right? So, I mean, that's got to be good. Like you're eating into their profit and you're, being able to buy stuff. I go on Amazon and Walmart and Target all the time, and I'll do something like I'll search for Marvel Legends figures, and then I will sort by cheapest first, just to see like, have they clearance something that I don't know about? Are they getting rid of something, Um, so that's definitely an option. Uh, Not just Walmart and Target. I know, but these are the people who have these things like in stock. For me, I don't have any used toys, or like we have one comic book store in my town. That's it. We just got one that sells figures. We don't have like we have a few Rosses in town, but we have no Ollies. I totally agree, Rob. Let's not forget the small mom and pop toy shops that will need your support and stay open. If there was one in my area, I would be there every week. I would. There is literally nowhere near me that sells toys that if it's not Walmart or Target.
Yeah, I mean, especially now we have to support those
Yeah.
smaller. We don't want to see them
I
go
do
away.
not want to see them go away. Not at all. If there was one in my town, I would be there 100%. Start going into Ross or Ollie's or similar stores in your area. Like literally this week, Ollie's started getting, and we don't have one in my town, but we have several like outside of my town that people will drive to. Ollie's is just like a big discount store in the Southeast. I don't know if they're everywhere, if everybody has access to an Ollie's. I don't, not in my town. And so basically, I think the Strange Tales Marvel Legends line, which is not that old, right? Like it's still brand new at one of the Books A Million stores in my town. They still have all the figures for like $27.99. But that whole wave, Doctor Strange, the Voodoo guy, the new Namor, all of them are hitting Ollie's for $5.99. That's ridiculous. That's a $25 figure you're getting for $6.
Right.
A friend of mine just bought me the at Ollie's the Marvel Legends 3-pack that had in the X-Men blue and yellow costumes, Banshee and Psylocke and Gambit. $20. It was $19.99 for 3 Marvel Legends that are amazing. I can get $20 value out of that. Like I will totally get $20 worth of that. I love this. This is a throwback to last night. Whatever you do, just make sure you don't like the toys you buy. We don't need any white knights shills liking their toys. That's right. I don't want to be a shill. I'm a shill for Ollie's and Ross. I'm such a shill for those. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Curtis. That's funny. Support the small online retailers and buy directly from the indies. They need sales and existing stock to
Absolutely
prep for if and when they have to import new product. Absolutely. I buy from Steve at Articulated Empire. I do. I love that dude, and I will support his stuff 100%. And anybody who has some reservations about ordering from Empire Toy Shop, I don't want to be a shill, but I did buy something and it did ship in about 8 days, and 3 days later I got it. So 11 days total. I know he can be kind of slow on shipping, but I got really, really lucky. White knights generally make me shiver. Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly. Another one. Join a Facebook group dedicated to a specific toy line and start trading. This one does not support big corporations. It promotes community. You can get in, and sometimes you can find like really good trades. There are certain groups that do not allow sales and trades at all. There are certain groups that may have a specific day of the week that they allow trades and sales. And then there are some toy groups that are dedicated just to trading and selling. And yes, I know that there's some risk involved in this. People not, being as forthcoming and as honest. So there is some risk in it.
Right.
But like the Cabal, I have never had a bad experience in Cabal.
Right. And the upside is you're gonna make some relationships and meet some new people and get some new toys.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading a text from my oldest son who my camera setup is weird. If I pull out one of my earbuds, it thinks I'm disconnecting a mic and it will turn everything off. So I can't pull my earbuds out when My son came in a minute ago and he was like trying to tell me something. 1 second.
Yeah, I might start looking into different Facebook groups. I think I'm in a Valaverse one. I think I'm in a classified one, but sometimes they're not very active.
Yeah, that's the
so
bad thing. But
I need to.
but man, dude, I would love to trade figures again. I would love a dedicated trade group,
It's a
where
blast. Or do a
yeah,
meetup.
that would be so fantastic. But trading, like the idea of I'm not buying or selling, there's no money exchange. Like I have something you want, you've got something I want. Let's trade and make a
Right.
deal. I
And
absolutely.
it's new. It's used, then it's new again. It's new to
Let's
you.
see here. Rigo, I heard that Ollie's just bought most of the Big Lot stores on the West Coast and should be getting Ollie's hopefully next year. Or hopefully this year.
That
That's
would be
fantastic.
nice.
Good deal. You could also learn to paint, buy old figures from a current line you're into, paint it up, customize. Way ahead of you, Rob. Curtis says, good idea. Hello, friends. Hey, Terrence. We're used to all Mark's earning. We used to all Mark's earnings. That's right. Yeah, earbud. I almost lost power. Like I've now found the limit to my earbuds. It's 4 hours. That's my limit. My earbuds was like doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. I was like, all right, guys, I can't hear. Start customizing your own action figures. Here you go, Rob.
Right.
I heard that there is a certain handsome fellow in our chat group who has a YouTube channel all about customizing called Art by Ackerman. Yeah, I think this is a great time to start painting up and customizing and making your own action figures.
Absolutely.
If you guys have not seen Rob Zamora's like AWOC customs, they are killer. I mean, they look like his own toy line. He is making a toy line of anthropomorphic animals that love samurai gear and ninja gear. Like, dude, like his stuff is so inspiring and he's not doing a lot to them, like he's throwing on some soft goods. He may do some paint, some popping and swapping. It's all stuff that everybody can do. Everybody can do. I think, Greg, you just started joining like the customizing studio and started doing some painting yourself.
Yeah. Every Sunday at 1 is in the community, the Cabal community. They have a customizing studio and people just hang out and paint at your experience level. Just have fun.
Get in where you fit in. Terrence says participate in contests and giveaways. Half of Rob's collection is prizes. Exactly. Absolutely. Rob's a lucky dude. I hear he's a hack more like Art by Hackerman. No, seriously, head over to Curtis's channel, Art by Ackerman. Get in there. That dude is like from the get. He is just like he lets you know, like you don't have to be a genius to do this. Like he's like, let me break it down. Here's what this figure looks like completely exploded, like all the parts taken off. Here's what you can do. Here are the parts you can swap. He's always given like tutorials on, you have a problem painting eyes? I got you. Like you have a problem matching skin tones. I got you. Like get in there and do it.
Yeah,
it is
ton of
so
content.
much content and it's all free. Like it's all free. And, paint relatively cheap unless you start getting into some of the higher end stuff. But customizing your own figures. That's a big one. We got one more here. Last one. If you abandon collecting altogether, if you just say, nope, I'm good, I'm done, I'm out, here's some things you can do. Start a YouTube channel, okay? I would say that a good portion of the most popular podcasts and YouTube channels out there are literally people reading the headlines of the day and reacting to them. That costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing. I never thought I would be a YouTuber. I never thought I would do this, but it was during COVID. I was working from home. I was trapped in my house and I needed personal interaction. I needed face-to-face. I needed to find people to talk to. I started a Facebook group locally called Tallahassee Action Figure Collectors. I had to be very specific. Didn't want to, make it too generic. And I mean, I had to make it generic. I didn't want to make it too specific. And I started connecting with people in my town and just talking to them. And then when COVID lifted everything, we started getting together, and we still to this day we meet. We have lunch every couple of months. We have meetups where we just get together and open our trunks and trade and sell from our trunks. It is a great. I have met like some of the most wonderful people in my town who I never would have met any other way, but we have this love of action figures. And now, like, you literally just do what Robo does. Turn on the camera, read the news of the week, and react to it. People connect to people.
Right.
They don't connect to like yeah, if you do giveaways, they're going to show up. If you've got fun content, sure, but people like people's takes on things. They like to hear it. They like to respond to it. Some people need to be heard. I'm not mentioning anybody in our chat by name. But yeah, start a YouTube channel. That's Greg did it. If we can do it, you guys can do it. Start
Absolutely.
an Instagram.
It's all about having fun.
All about having fun, and it's about the community and connecting with people and knowing that we're all in this boat together. Start an Instagram page for toy photography. You know, like some of the greatest toy photographers that we know, they all started out with a crappy camera and a crappy figure that they took a picture of, and then they just got better and better and better. And just all of us have already a whole collection of action figures that you just grab one, take a picture, throw a filter on it. Then start adding dio pieces or backdrops or smoke effects or whatever else. Like, you know, take it as far as you want. But I think that that's a really good way to get into it. Another one is start a TikTok page for toy posing videos. This was something that I had watched a lot of myself, but I never got into it. And I started doing this so that I could get more value out of the figures that I've already purchased. So instead of buying a figure, displaying it, and then taking it down and put it in a bin, or buying a figure, reviewing it, putting it in a bin, what I do is I buy a figure, I'll do a review, I leave it on my desk for a week or so, I mess around and play with it, then I'll take that thing outside with me. I'll go to the park with my daughter, I'll go sit outside in my driveway in the evenings after work and let my kids play, and I'll just start taking pictures, and I'm posing it and I'm playing with it. It replaces, you know, for us, you know, middle-aged men, it replaces that experience of going into your backyard for 3 months and playing with that figure every day.
Right.
It's replacing that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go in our backyards and play with our figures. Some of us, maybe we do. I don't know. Greg's getting ready to go outside and throw a figure up in the air right now.
Absolutely.
But that's a great way, and it's free. And if you don't want to support TikTok, I totally understand. Instagram is going to be launching a new product this month, supposedly this month, called Edit, which is like their TikTok version. You don't have to use TikTok or Instagram. You can use Red Note. Blue Sky's got one called Skylighters, I think. There's a lot of options out there for just making quick little, you can just go on YouTube and make a short, you know? But that's some thoughts that we've had on how we can sort of get more out of the figures that we currently have and sort of weather this storm together.
Right.
And let's jump back in to the comments and wrap this show up. Let's see. Oh, Curtis says Smurber's now a dry brush legend. Brian Carr says, I need a El Spooky Zorro Fox action figure now that Rob did that picture. Yeah, that's a big trend right now. It's like going to Chat GPT and giving it a prompt saying, you know, create me as an action figure holding, you know, a toy gun or whatever. You could upload a picture of yourself. That helps, you know. But keep in mind, you can only do 3 image creations a day. And then you have to wait 24 hours unless you have a paid subscription. But you can make one for free. Those are a lot of fun. Let's see. William Golden says trial and error. Yep. Yep. Thanks, dude. Small little upgrades here and there, and it goes a long way. And now you're the biggest shoeless superstar of the Saturday mornings. Yep. That's a good point to bring up, Terrence. You bring up the flip-flops thing. So last night on Off World, we dedicated almost an entire hour to toe topics. And we can call off all of our Legion. Greg and I have called off the Legion. We said, please stop sending Curtis feet pics because it's making him sad. And so we told him last night, it's okay, guys. You guys, we have millions and millions of followers around the world. We said, no, guys, leave Curtis alone. We've buried the flip-flop hatchet.
He gave up.
He surrendered. Let's see. It would be amazing. I spoke to a friend about sculpting him. Things actually might be moving forward. That's good. They're having a sub conversation I know nothing about apparently. Let's see, and then Darkonnen. I don't know if I could ever quit collecting. I don't know if I could either, but sometimes we have to pause. Sometimes we have to take a break. It's out of our control. It's out of our hands. But hey, I should have made one more slide that said, and in the end, there's always Funko Pops. Because
no,
there's entire stores trying to move their Funko Pop stock. They need to get it rid of. They need to get rid of it. So they need it gone.
My strategy is like what Blake said. I'm gonna enjoy what I have. I like you said, you've got bins. I've got bins in the garage of figures that I have never opened. Open your stuff and enjoy it. Like when we were kids, we didn't have
stuff like this,
all kinds of new toys every week. I mean, I didn't. And I really need to go back and really appreciate, we've got all these amazing Mythic or Sparrow or, Savage Crucible. It's like, we get it, we open it, we check it out, we take a picture, whatever, we put it on the shelf. That's what I do. Let's pick these up again and enjoy them and really appreciate the engineering, the articulation, the work that went into these figures.
Enjoy them.
Go backwards a little
enjoy
bit
them.
and enjoy what you have.
If you're an unbox collector, I'm not knocking you, man. I'm not knocking you, but this might be the time to open them up, take them out of that package, and let them
babies
breathe.
up.
Let them breathe. Because I heard somebody say one time, not opening an action figure is like not sleeping with your wife and letting her save herself for her next husband. And that's like, don't do that. Don't do that. That doggy loves him. He must be cool. Yeah, that's exactly right. Nova, she don't care about tariffs. Look at her. She's living her best life.
She don't care.
She does care, however, if her brother's downstairs barking at bikers.
Right.
So that's going to wrap it up.
It's all about
that's going to wrap us up for today's episode. We did go a little long. Greg, where are we going to see you next, buddy? Where's the next time we're going to see you?
I've got a new episode of New to Mythics. This Tuesday is David Williams. The weekend after is our own buddy Blake will be on there, Recon Rage. So this Tuesday is David Williams. Next Tuesday is Recon Rage. Next Sunday, Easter Sunday, we're having a little New to Mythics live episode. So if you guys have nothing to do after your Easter egg hunt, tune in to New to Mythics Live. What do you got, Brick? Let's see. What does he say here?
Yeah.
Help organize local toy events where there aren't enough. Help us spread the word about the May 3rd West Coast Mythic Meetup, where Four Horsemen and Sparrow more will be. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things we can do. But at the end of the day, we're going to weather this storm. We're going to get through it. And if you are feeling anxious and you don't know what's going on and you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Everybody in this chat group right here, they know somebody else in this chat group and have a way to contact them. Or you can contact Greg, or you can contact me if you ever need to talk or just chat, or if you just need a little pick-me-up throughout the day. That's exactly why I reach out to Greg every day, and Rob and Terrence and everybody, and Brian and everybody else in this chat group. I reach out every day because every hour I need a little boost from a buddy. That's
Absolutely.
what we're all here for.
Keep it fun. Do things that make you happy. Keep it simple.
Somebody wants in the.
You got it, Rob.
Right,
You're in,
and
buddy.
then speaking of that, if you guys remember, there was an episode where Greg had to be out, and I was joined by Lance. If you guys remember Lance, he talked quite a bit, but Lance is going to be on my next episode of Meet the Collector. We're going to set that up and do it one day.
Nice.
Week. So Lance, I'm looking forward to it, and I promise to wear socks. So, and that's it. That's the last time I'm going to mention. All right. So thank you guys for joining. Hey, Guesaway. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Reach out to me. I'm always here with an ear for sure. And sometimes two. Thank you guys for joining. I super appreciate it. Always be able to, go out, check out Greg's channel, New to Mythics. Check us out over at Saturday Morning Toy Collector for reviews every week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sorry, this week was weird and I didn't get one up on Wednesday. I always try to stay to my schedule. I try to do it like clockwork, so you guys always have something to watch. And Blake says, yep. I'm also here. Hashtag we are family.
That's
all
right.
So we'll see you later, guys. Have a great, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.